This is one of the worst pieces of theme park news we've gotten in years. Let me explain. Six Flags and Cedar Fair are the two biggest regional park operators in the United States. Six Flags owns parks like Great Adventure, Magic Mountain, Fiesta Texas, and 12 more across North America. Cedar Fair owns parks like Cedar Point, Kings Island, Canada's Wonderland, and 8 more across the US. Needless to say, they both have some iconic and massive parks in North America. Now though, rather than operating under two different brands, Six Flags and Cedar Fair just announced that they'd be pursuing a merger that brings the two companies together. In my opinion, this is really bad. Let's look at an example of why. In California, both companies operate two different parks. Six Flags operates Discovery Kingdom near San Francisco and Magic Mountain near Los Angeles. Cedar Fair operates California's Great America near San Francisco and Knott's Berry Farm near Los Angeles. Do you see what I mean? These parks are competing for the same audience in the same regions, trying to entice them to visit one over the other. It's like if Disney and Universal decided to merge down in Orlando. If they're both owned by one company, what reason is there to improve? The entire reason to add new attractions is to entice guests to visit their park instead of the one close by. If Six Flags and Cedar Fair go through with this merger, what's the point in improving at all? This gets even worse once you realize the scale of the company. Not only do they have 27 different theme parks to own and operate, but a grand total of 42 once you count the water parks as well. We've already seen how Six Flags and Cedar Fair tend to ignore their smaller properties in favor of adding new stuff to their bigger parks. Now, I see next to no chance these smaller parks will ever get any new attractions. In fact, even the mid-tier parks that see decent attendance might get caught up in this mess as well. King's Dominion in Virginia, for example, might end up with no new attractions for quite a while. Hopefully, other regional parks like Busch Gardens and Williamsburg could still keep them on their toes, but that's yet another issue for this merger here. No other regional theme park company is even close to competing with Six Flags or Cedar Fair. The closest in terms of competition is Hirsch & Family Entertainment, with a whopping 4 theme parks and a few other attractions. This circles back to what I mentioned before. Parks need competition in order to improve. It's almost the entire reason they improve at all. If the only two regional theme park operators that could possibly compete with one another merge into one mega corporation, I don't see how this allows for healthy competition. In fact, this very closely resembles a monopoly. One brand owning 27 different theme parks scattered across North America is just absurd. From what I can see, there's next to no reality where this is a positive change for consumers. But let's see what Cedar Fair has to say. Our merger with Six Flags will bring together two of North America's iconic amusement park companies to establish a highly diversified footprint and a more robust operating model to enhance park offerings and performance, said Richard Zimmerman, CEO of Cedar Fair. Together, we will have an expanded and complementary portfolio of attractive assets and intellectual property to deliver engaging entertainment experiences for guests. That's the thing though, these parks aren't complementary. California's Great America and Six Flags Discovery Kingdom are going after a very similar audience. Thrill rides for the teens and enthusiasts, along with enough family offerings to entice everyone else. Cedar Fair and Six Flags parks almost exclusively follow this formula. Both of these parks and both of these companies are going after the same audience, rather than different sectors of it. In that sense, it's less complementary and more competitive. Enhanced operating platform to improve guest experiences. By uniting Cedar Fair and Six Flags' complementary operating capabilities, the combined company will benefit from a more robust operating platform for improved park offerings and more efficient system-wide performance. Again, I'm just not convinced this means any improved park offerings. Not to mention, I don't see how attempting to operate this many parks under one handle allows for more efficient performance whatsoever. This section also states that both parks will offer a combined season pass system, likely meaning that enthusiasts can visit all of these parks for one yearly price. While on its face that sounds great, I don't think that balances out the negatives of this deal. Some final info before we go. Richard Zimmerman, the president and CEO of Cedar Fair, will continue to be the president and CEO of this new company, while the CEO of Six Flags, Salim Basoul, will serve as executive chairman on the board of directors. The combined company will now be known as Six Flags, which makes sense considering the recognizability of the name. I do wonder if any of the Cedar Fair parks will be renamed, but I kind of doubt it. Six Flags Cedar Point just sounds wrong. Overall, I think this is a terrible new change. Maybe it won't be quite as bad as I envisioned, but even so, I don't think this will be a positive change for the industry. If this deal goes through with no legal interruptions, I can't say I'm looking forward to it. We'll just have to wait and see to find out. But if you enjoyed this video, check out my ranking of every ride at Walt Disney World. Subscribe for more theme park content, and I'll see you all next time.